Triple G says Canelo's biggest weakness is arrogance, and arrogance is punishable. All the trash talk is epic. Let's talk.
Push the weight in no flex. Flex the livest one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You ain't run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, they walk a drink, blood fangs out. Full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Boxing scene, link will be in the description. This is this is kind of funny. Golovkin on Canelo's biggest weakness. He says arrogance, and arrogance is punishable. Let's see what he says. Gennady Golovkin has not forgotten about the drug testing controversy involving Saul Canelo Alvarez. Back in 2018, Canelo and Golovkin were scheduled to collide in May of that year. The fight was canceled and eventually pushed back to September after Canelo tested positive for a banned substance, clenbuterol. We all remember that. Canelo was suspended for 6 months and moved on with his career. See that? Golovkin, however, believes the infraction should not be swept under the rug. And I agree with him. But let's read on. He says, I don't think this can ever be forgotten, says Golovkin to the New York Daily News. Some people came to terms with that situation. Some people don't want to continue thinking about it. Some are turning their eyes away from it. Look at what he's saying. Wow. They fought to a controversial 12-round split draw in 2017. And Canelo won a very close majority decision in their rematch. This coming Saturday, they will collide in a high-stakes trilogy fight. And Golovkin moves up to super middleweight. 168 pounds, y'all. And he's challenging Canelo for his undisputed championship. All those 4 belts on the line, man. There has been no shortage of words exchanged between both fighters in recent weeks. These guys don't like each other. All right, Canelo doesn't bother me at all, but when a person has a lot of bad traits that get in the way of him living a normal life, said Golovkin, that bothers him. That's what we see right now. Oh my gosh, Golovkin's digging at him. Canelo's coming off of his first defeat since 2013 as he dropped a 12-round decision to WBA light heavyweight champion Dimitri Bivol. In his last fight, the knockout was not necessary to beat him, Golovkin said. It's encouraging that the judges are not loyal to Canelo anymore. They don't feel this burden of his image. Golovkin believes that he's figured out Canelo's biggest weakness as a fighter. Arrogance, Golovkin said. And arrogance is punishable. That's the article. And here's my opinion. We got to fight. We got to fight. Now, Golovkin's like 40 years old. You know, damn, he looks like Howdy Doody. If y'all youngsters, y'all don't know who Howdy Doody is, just Google it. It's a puppet. It's Howdy Doody time. But we got to fight, man. And Triple G genuinely does not like this guy. He can't stand him. He feels he got robbed in the first fight. Second fight, to me, the first fight, I'll take a draw. I rate defense, y'all, but I'll take a draw. But second fight, Canelo, to me, convincingly won. But Golovkin had moments in both those fights, and Canelo didn't go in there and steamroll him because he knew what was coming back. And, you know, look, I'm not a Golovkin fan like that. I'm not. Y'all know it's deeper than that. This guy got all the shine. Y'all know y'all were here for all the tricks with this Mexican style, and Abel Sanchez built Gennady Golovkin's name, told us that Gennady Golovkin would knock out anybody. Now listen carefully, y'all. Listen carefully what I'm about to say. He said he would knock out anybody from 147 to 175. He said that. It wasn't 168. It was 175. Okay? That's what Abel Sanchez said. Which was, there was no reason for him to duck Andre Ward at 168, but it happened, whatever. Now, let's be very clear. I am not a Golovkin fan. All right. Him, the Klitschko's, and Vasily Lomachenko and Kovalev. Y'all know this European takeover, and it shot HBO right in there. They shot themselves in the chest, not even in the back. They shot themselves in the chest. They invested a lot of time and a lot of effort promoting these guys, and none of these guys were who they marketed them to be. And that's just the reality of it. There's no getting around that. Can he punch? Absolutely. Marvin Hagler? No, he's not. Not at all. He is not Marvin Hagler. I didn't like the packaging is what I'm saying. Let these guys develop. Let these guys develop. Okay, after the Klitschko's, Gennady Golovkin came along and they shoved him in our face, and they shoved Lomachenko in our face. He's coming in and losing his second pro fight on HBO. You understand? Kovalev was the realest of the bunch. You know what I'm saying? And Andre Ward had to come up and take care of business. So none of these guys were 100% what they were marketing to us, and I don't appreciate it. Now, here we are with this third Canelo fight. This is a fight that Canelo said he didn't want. And we all know the reason why he's doing this fight is because he goofed off against Bivol, lost that fight. You know what I'm saying? And now he's in a position where he shot himself in the chest. He did that to himself. This was a fight he didn't want. Now, a lot of people just picking, Canelo to go in here and this time knock him out. But, in this boxing, it could happen. But let me give you some food for thought. Golovkin is driven. I'm reading what he's saying, the quotes. First of all, he's not intimidated by Canelo. Second of all, the man's 40 years old. Maybe 160 was more of a drag for him to make. This 168 might be a better look for him. As you get older, your body changes. Maybe 160 was hard for him to make. 168, he might not have to cut weight that bad. All right, I'm just saying it maybe. I don't know. Another thing is sometimes fighters will get up for other fights, a la Tarver, Roy Jones. Tarver, look, the fights that he won after he beat Roy, he just looked regular. But when he fought Roy, Tarver was on some other stuff, man. He was different. He just rose to the occasion. Could this be one of those fighters? He could look mediocre against everybody else, but understand, Gennady Golovkin, although he wasn't what I feel they advertised him to be, the guy could punch. And Canelo knows that. He knows that. And, again, he's driven because he feels the judges aren't in his pocket anymore. And then the clenbuterol thing. And I told y'all before, the block is hot right now. They're looking at these judges. They're looking at these referees. So could this be perfect timing for Gennady Golovkin? Or will he show his age in this fight and get knocked out? Or it'll just be another day at the office. Go 12 and Canelo will win a close one. Now, a lot of people saying, man, Gennady can't beat Canelo on the cards. No one could beat Canelo on the cards. We was just saying that about Bivol. And by round 4 of that fight, although they said Bivol lost the first 4 rounds, if I remember correctly, which was ridiculous, I was like, oh, crap, this guy's outboxing Canelo. So these myths are just like vanishing right in front of our eyes. What I'm saying to you, family, is Gennady has a chance. I know he's not favored to win this fight, especially by decision. We know that. And if anyone's getting knocked out, people saying, no, this time he's going to knock the old man out. I'm saying don't count him out. Don't count him out just yet. It could happen, but don't count him out. When that bell rings, we'll know by the end of the first round if this is Gennady Golovkin 2022 or the Gennady Golovkin from 2016, 2017. He might just rise up for this fight. I don't know. Maybe Canelo should have drained him. No, fight me at 160 still. You bringing him up to 168 now. What a blip it'll be if Gennady goes in there and beats Canelo and takes those damn belts. How crazy would that be? Does he have a rematch clause? We're going to see Gennady Canelo 4? Or does Gennady just take the belt, say, aha, I finally did it, and he has his Marquez? What if he has his Marquez versus Pacquiao moment? They fought 3 times. In my opinion, he got robbed 2 out of those 3 times. 4th one, he said, nope, I got to knock this guy out. I'm not beating him on the cards, and I'll be damned. What if Canelo ages? What if he's having flashbacks? You know what I'm saying? Gennady is not the fighter that Bivol is, but what if he looks at things that Bivol did and said, you know what? I can do that. And he starts doing it. Then what? And one thing I still believe, I think Gennady Golovkin is a bigger puncher than Bivol is. So, ladies and gentlemen, we might have a fight. And I'm just saying, man, if Gennady wins, oh my gosh. That's going to be crazy. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Bronx on deck.
Move!